find Deirdre. I think something terrible must have happened to her.
I think she got into bad company.
There's a body at the bottom of the air shaft.
Tell me about those tapes you're looking for.
Oh, I hope they catch her. I hope they make her confess.
Talk about Norma. The fall came early this year in New York City. There was a chill in the air, and the Yankees were feeling it too. I was also having a cold season. And then a case came along that was one of the strangest I would ever know. She was beautiful, graceful, haunting. Her name was Deirdre.
You want something bad enough? You work hard enough? You get it. We've earned this. To us.
Why can't I go in there? Because he's not in. You're lying. Just let me look. I'm in charge of this office, and if I say he's not in, he's not in. I don't believe you.
Why would she lie?
Because she thinks I can't pay.
Can you?
Does this look like I need a handout? Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
You're my camera?
Last time I looked in the mirror, I was.
Now you can see him.
Sit down. What can I do for you?
I want you to find Deirdre.
Deirdre?
My sister. I think something terrible must have happened to her.
What?
I have a feeling.
Tell me about her. When was the last time you saw your sister?
Long time ago.
Month? Year?
No, longer. Can we stop a minute?
Sure.
We don't get along.
Really? How come?
I don't know, ever since we were kids. You know, fire and ice.
You were different.
Opposites. She wore wings. I mean, look at me. Can you imagine me trying to compete? I hated her.
But you said you had the key to her apartment.
That's what worries me.
Listen, you want to wait here?
Nah, come on, let's go.
You found this slipped under your door.
In this envelope.
How do you know it's from your sister?
That's her handwriting.
Doesn't fit.
Here, let me try.
Wait a minute. I got it. That you might just have taken a walk?
No.
You ever seen this before?
So this is where you hang out.
Augie Vincent, this is the dirtiest thing you've ever done.
Is it? I guess this is the punk you've been seeing, huh?
Who does your ties, Augie?
What? You think because you pay my rent and a few other expenses you own me? Nobody owns me. I'm a free woman, and if you don't get out of here this second, I'll be free from you forever.
Well, wait a minute, sugar.
Who told you could follow me around? Who told you that it was any of your business where I went or what I did?
May, I'm just worried about you. That's all. The way you disappeared.
You don't have permission to worry about me.
Oh, baby.
Face it, pal, you blew it.
Who is this guy? Mike Hammer, Private Investigations.
He's helping me to find my sister.
Your sister? Does she live here?
Who do you think does, you big baboon? Now apologize to him.
Now, look.
I mean it.
I'm sorry.
Well, don't overdo it. We all make mistakes.
Oh, you watch
Wait,
it.
May, come on,
What do you
baby.
think you're doing?
Honey,
Get
let's
out of here,
talk
both
about
of you
it, please.
jerks. You know where to reach me.
Now I had to decide where I stood in all of this. Had anything happened here? I couldn't tell. For all Mae-Marie knew about her sister, she could have been out walking the dog. But she carried conviction, Mae-Marie. And I found myself interested in the woman in the pictures. Deirdre. She was no more than a name to me, but I liked what I saw of her in the apartment. Deirdre. What was she like in life?
Shouldn't you be working for a living like the rest of us? 12 points.
Well?
First. What have we got here, baby? These real?
Ringside.
How'd you swing it?
I happen to know the right people. You've also got to be willing to pay scalpers' prices.
You sure you get your money's worth?
So shoot.
We got Augie Vincent. Middleman of the rackets. Usually stays out of the heavy stuff. Mae-Marie Corrigan, his girlfriend. No better than she should be. Deirdre Corrigan, nothing.
Nothing.
Zero, zilch. Mike, we're not the Gestapo. They've never been in trouble. We don't have a record on them.
Mike, here's a guy that knows what that thing is.
Well, thanks.
Charlie.
Hi, my camera.
Charlie Pullman. Well, you are looking at a blessing medal.
Blessing medal?
Yeah, it's from the Church of Penitential Reward. It's a Reverend Nelson Blessing. You know, he's one of those radio preachers. He's over at WXIU, I think.
Is he big?
Are you kidding? You know it costs $100 for one of those?
Really? Are you a member?
Me? My sister-in-law is crazy over him, though.
Well, thanks, I appreciate it. Jenny, buy this man a drink. Put it on my tab. Well, do I have any change left over from those tickets?
Nope. Mike, you can't use the police department for your own personal research. If you want resources, go to the library.
Okay. What does this look like to you?
It's like a sponge, maybe with a little blood stain on it.
It might be police business.
And again, it might not. Where'd you find it?
In the apartment of the missing girl.
Well, it might not hurt to have the lab take a little peek at it.
Good.
Be at the fights?
I'll be there.
And so, my friends, the path of love is the path of God. It is a sacred path. For as we walk across the sublime stones of time towards our eternal salvation, we must seek in each other that love that is placed there by a force much greater, much larger, much grander than man, the force of God, the supreme being of love, of life, of living, of all eternity. Amen. Well, how'd I do?
You were inspirational.
All right, let's hear it back. And so, my friends, the path of love is the path of God. It is a sacred path. For as we walk across the sublime stones of time towards our eternal salvation, we must seek in each other that love that is placed there by a force much greater, much larger, much grander than man, the force of God, the supreme being of love, of life, of living. Amen. Stop it, stop it, stop it. What's going on? What do you think you're doing?
This man was intruding.
Do you realize where you are? You are in a church. Please. I'm so sorry. Mr.
Hammer, Mike Hammer.
Please, come into my office. I'm so sorry for what happened, but you have to forgive us. You understand? We have to be careful. There's a lot of people out there that don't share our beliefs, and we have to protect ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for this woman.
No, I don't recognize her. What makes you think she might be here?
This medal belonged to her.
Ah. What's her name?
Deirdre Corrigan.
Sarah Rose, will you check the files for Deirdre...
Corrigan.
Corrigan. We do give these to our volunteers, but you understand, over a period of time, praise the Lord, we have 300 and 400 people working. Yeah.
She was here.
How long?
About 2 months.
When?
Up until 6 weeks ago.
Well, thank you, Sarah Rose. We did have a Deirdre Corrigan as a volunteer. She left about 6 weeks ago.
Is that all you can tell me?
Well, unless you'd like to know something about the work we do for the Lord.
I'll catch you some Sunday. See you boys in church. I found myself going back to that apartment, and I wasn't sure why. Pictures, the locket, the lingering perfume. Or was it simply because I still had a woman to find? But when I arrived, I discovered that someone had gotten there before me. Train that rolled over me obviously wasn't a TV repairman. But inside the TV, there was a video camera pointed at Deirdre's bed. What was he planning to tape? Or was it already recorded?
On A&E.
Knew very much about Deirdre. Where she worked, who she went with, how she spent her time. No one. The bookstore people, the photographer, the neighbors, the florists. Everyone's eyes lit up when I showed them her picture. And I didn't mind looking at it myself. I arrived at Mae-Marie's apartment. The guys that were following me arrived there too.
You like it?
Am I under oath?
What's wrong with it?
Oh.
The Deirdre syndrome.
The what?
I don't measure up, right?
Did I say that?
You don't have to. I can recognize the look a mile off.
Listen, I'm sorry. I want to tell you that I haven't come up with much. I picked up a sponge in her apartment with what looked like blood stain on it. In fact, it was blood. The lab report said it was human blood.
Blood?
Doesn't necessarily mean anything. Somebody could have cut themselves shaving or slicing bread.
I told you.
What?
Something terrible.
Hey, listen, you think you could tell your boyfriend to stop following me around?
Augie, what's going on outside my apartment?
I don't know.
What? He says it's not him.
Okay, thanks. I'll be in touch.
Yeah.
Even though Augie was a wise guy, he was wise enough not to lie to Mae-Marie. The fellows downstairs turned out to be Reverend Blessing's altar boys, who were sent to lead me back to the house of righteousness.
Thank you for coming. May I offer you something?
Thanks. I never drink in church.
You know, you're the kind of man that I've been looking for.
Really? To do what?
Well, since you came here, I've been doing some checking into
Deirdre Corrigan.
Right. Apparently, there's more to it than I knew at the time. You see, when she left, important church papers were found to be missing. Now, there's no proof that she took them, but the timing makes it a little suspicious.
What kind of papers?
Just documents, videotapes.
Of what?
Well, of a confidential nature.
Is that the best you can do? Reverend Blessing, what do you want from me?
You're looking for the lady. Maybe you'll find papers.
And if I do?
I'm sure we could come to some arrangement.
Uh-huh. Reverend Blessing, you have a good sense of business. But I must tell you that my research so far does not support the notion that the lady that I'm looking for is a thief.
Oh, I don't think she was. I think she got into bad company. A former disgruntled employee, familiar with the inner workings of our church. In fact, there's no doubt in my mind that she's responsible for it.
In my business, you learn to take your leads where you find them. So far, I hadn't found too many. The one I had led me to Norma Roundtree's apartment.
Who are you, a cop?
Private investigator.
I don't know why I'm running. I haven't done anything.
Who are you?
My name is Howard Rosenwald. I live here.
With Norma?
Yeah.
What were you doing in Deirdre's apartment?
Looking for Norma.
How'd you get in?
She and Deirdre are as thick as thieves. Norma has a key.
You do this for a living?
What? I could ask you the same. Deirdre in trouble?
Her sister's looking for her.
I didn't know she had a sister.
What do you know about her?
Not much. But like I said, she and Norma are thick. Norma's teaching her things.
Things?
Like she's taking her under her wing. How to dress, how to walk, how to order in a restaurant, what kind of perfume to wear, stuff like that.
What were you doing behind the TV set?
I was trying to get my camera back.
That was yours? What was it for?
Norma asked me to set it up.
Did you know it was empty? There was no tape inside.
It was loaded when I set it up.
Do you ever listen to the radio?
Radio?
WXIU, Reverend Blessing.
Who?
Well, if you hear from either one of them, I'd appreciate it if you'd give me a call.
Sure.
Thanks for the workout. So Norma Roundtree and Deirdre had a lot in common. That didn't tell me much about either one of them, but I had a gnawing feeling that the videotapes Reverend Blessing was looking for were recorded in Deirdre's bedroom. Now it appeared that something else had happened in her building. Something a lot worse.
I did tell him that you never know what's going to happen then.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
you know, I'm gonna
Once I'd like to see a homicide handled without you on the scene.
Homicide?
Yeah, there's a body at the bottom of the air shaft.
Man or a woman?
Woman.
Listen, I'll make sure I get that back to you then. All right, sweetheart. That's a good roll then, huh?
Yeah, no problem. I told you.
Yeah, easy.
Mike, you involved in this?
I hope not. Did you get a look at the body?
Just bringing her up. What do you got?
Lay it down easy. Got that? All right, untie that one there. Get a little bit of cream.
Don't move it until you know it's Come on, you want to get your little boy,
Quiet, guy.
I'd say that's her, Mike.
I just came from the morgue.
The morgue?
They found her body.
Whose?
You don't know?
Tell me.
Tell me about those tapes you're looking for.
Whose body?
Deirdre Corrigan.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that.
The camera was hidden in the TV set, right? Very clever.
You're talking over my head.
You were on those tapes, weren't you, Reverend Blessing?
Are you making an accusation, Mr. Hammer?
How much were they asking for those tapes?
Good afternoon, Mr. Hammer.
How long did Norma Roundtree work for you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Hammer.
I'll be back. Let's talk about Norma.
What do you take me for? One of them kiss and tell guys? What do you want to know?
Everything.
Well, we've only been together a couple of years.
Did she ever talk to you about the Church of the Penitential Reward?
What's that?
What was her relationship with Deirdre?
I told you they're as thick as thieves.
Anything missing?
Missing?
From the apartment? Clothes, personal belongings?
No, not that I noticed.
How many times did you fill that TV camera?
Deirdre's just once when I set it up.
Did Norma know how to work it?
Like a pro. What's all this about?
Did you report her missing to the police?
Norma? No.
Why not?
She's done this before. Gone away for days at a time. She wouldn't leave me.
Howard, Deirdre is dead. They found her body yesterday in the air shaft behind her apartment.
That was her on television?
I think you better begin to worry about Norma.
Why?
Because one way or the other, she's involved in this.
What do you think I should do?
Fill out a missing persons report. Get the police looking for her as soon as possible. She and Deirdre were into something together, and it's connected to those tapes. So if you've got them, be careful.
I haven't got them.
I believe you. You and Deirdre?
Me and Norma.
Norma?
They cut their hair alike, even dressed alike. I told you Norma was teaching her.
Can I keep this?
Sure.
Thanks. Listen, if you find those tapes...
Stay in touch?
Everything kept leading to the tapes, and the tapes brought me back to Deirdre's apartment. I didn't like the thought of what might have been on them.
Man, for a mood like that, you need a flower.
Thanks, pal. For a mood like this, I need more than a flower.
Hey, you're not still looking for that pretty lady, are you?
No.
She's sure looking for you.
What?
Yeah, I told her all about you when she stopped in.
Stopped in?
Mm-hmm, for cut flowers, her usual.
When?
Not too long ago.
When?
2, 3 hours, maybe?
You gotta be wrong, pal.
Okay, maybe less.
You gotta be mistaken. Maybe you saw somebody else. Maybe you saw this lady.
You got that other picture? I guess I ought to know which lady was in here buying flowers.
Which one?
That one.
I saw a woman come into this apartment, and now she was gone. She left behind a vintage bottle of champagne, some fresh-cut flowers. Who would have done that? And why?
On A&E.
Pat Chambers called me early that morning. They had found my card near the body in Norma Roundtree's apartment. Okay.
How's it going, Mike?
Pat?
What were they looking for?
Videotapes.
Of what?
Nothing nice.
Did they find them?
I doubt it.
Captain?
Yeah.
Howard Rosenwald was one guy who should never have opened his door.
Cleaning lady is late.
What else is new?
If you must know, my cleaning woman came yesterday. This is me. What you see is what I am. You want neatness? Go to the Waldorf Astoria.
I've been there, thanks. You know, a couple of things still bother me. That key.
What about it?
You thought it was the key to Deirdre's apartment. It didn't fit, remember? Where is it?
I'd have to find it.
Wasn't the key to Deirdre's apartment. So it had to be the key to something else that Deirdre wanted you to have.
So?
So where is the key, Mae-Marie?
I threw it away.
Why?
Because I don't want anything around to remind me of her.
Not before you used it. It was a locker of some kind, wasn't it?
At the bus station.
Where are they, Mae-Marie? Where are the tapes?
Don't you want to know what was on them?
I know what was on them.
That's all?
A very small segment of one tape, just to show you they're genuine.
Where's the rest of it?
Out in my car.
How much do you want?
Let's talk about Norma Roundtree's boyfriend. You know, I wish you'd asked me. I could have told you he didn't have the tapes.
You didn't hear. I asked you how much you want.
Just a confession of murder. That you had your boys kill Howard Rosenwald because you thought he had the tapes.
Well, that's crazy.
Why? Hey, so far you're not in such bad shape. You went to his apartment to make a deal for the tapes, but the guy got nasty, so you had to shoot him. Questionable case for justifiable homicide. The boys here take the rap, and even they get out in 3. And I would have to testify that the man was combative and he knew about the tapes.
You don't want to talk about selling the tapes?
I told you my price, a confession. You know, for a while I thought you were going to have to take the rap for Deirdre's murder.
Who did it?
Deirdre wasn't murdered. It was Norma Roundtree. It's amazing how much they came to look alike.
Norma?
Norma knew you a lot better than you think, Reverend. She knew you had a weakness for a certain type of woman. Somebody that worked for you, somebody that you could feel fatherly towards. The slender type, high cheekbones, dark hair. So she set you up, Rev. She taught Deirdre how to dress just the way you liked, how to walk just the way you liked, how to wear her hair just the way you liked. That got her a job. And my guess is she'd been through the process herself once, so she was smart enough to know how it worked. But this time she was even smarter because she planned to take some pictures. And speaking of pictures, do we have a deal?
No. Oh, no. Any confession I make, all this vanishes. We have a second option. We know where the tapes are. Why not just take them?
You'd have to kill me.
They say the second one comes easier.
The second one? Howard Rosenwald was the first.
Yes, he was.
Reverend, do you realize you just admitted to me that you're responsible for the death of Howard Rosenwald? As a responsible citizen, I'd have to testify against you in court.
There's not likely to be any court hearing.
Excuse me, I think you better answer the phone.
It's not ringing.
You know, the sad thing is, it was a wasted killing. Howard never had the tapes. The truth is, there are no tapes. They were destroyed. What you just saw is all that's left. It's about time. By the way, I'm wired for sound. Everything I've said has been overheard and recorded. It's for you. Captain Pat Chambers, homicide.
Mike.
Nice picture, doesn't she?
She had style. She had class. What are you doing here?
I came to clean up some loose ends. You?
She was my sister. I have to get rid of her things. The landlady gave me a key.
What are you going to do with that picture?
I don't know.
An awful lot to dispose of. Mae-Marie, I'm still worried about that key. The one that Deirdre left for you. When did she slip it under the door?
Why ask me?
I thought you might know.
Well, I don't.
Mae-Marie, she couldn't have done it after she was killed. Why do you think she'd done it before?
What am I, a fortune teller? Do we have to talk about her? What's the matter? I'm not good enough for you? I forgot. Story of my life. It's her you want. Why blame you? Look at this place. Books, pictures. I can't tell a painting from a picture postcard. She was out of my class.
The Deirdre syndrome? Mae-Marie, how did you know it was a key to a locker? The key is for the locker, 43B at the bus station. When did this come?
Last night.
Slipped under your door?
Yeah.
You went there this morning?
Oh, you should have seen them. The tapes.
Tell me about them.
She and that man, my saintly sister, oh, the things she did. I wish I'd saved them for you. You think that she's such a class act. You know what? I'm glad she's dead. No one to be compared to, no one to feel inferior to. You know what? I hated her.
Mae-Marie. Mae-Marie, Who do you suppose slipped this note under your door?
She did.
Deirdre. But Deirdre's dead, Mae-Marie. You identified her body at the morgue. How could she have slipped the note under your door if she's dead? Maybe she isn't dead.
Oh, she was. I saw her body.
You saw a body. Maybe it wasn't Deirdre's.
I know my own sister.
Mae-Marie, the dead body wasn't Deirdre's.
It was.
Fingerprints were another woman.
You're lying.
Fingerprints don't lie, Mae-Marie.
They might. Sometimes they might.
The dead woman was Norma Roundtree.
Oh, you can't be sure.
There's absolutely no doubt about it.
Then where is Deirdre? Is she alive?
She slipped the note under your door last night, didn't she?
Deirdre?
Deirdre. She wanted you to find the tapes. She wanted you to destroy them. She came back here to make sure that you did. The police will be looking for her, Mae-Marie.
Why?
To find out how Norma was killed. Deirdre was in this apartment when it happened.
You think that she...
Say it.
Killed that woman?
That's exactly what the police will want to know.
Oh, I hope they catch her. I hope they make her confess. Made me do? Do you know how I felt? She stole something very precious from me. She just took it. What was left for me? What was she leaving me? What would I have done with the money? Do I know you?
I'm a friend of your sister's.
What are you doing to me?
What is she doing here?
Had to go through this, you know. I know. Maybe the real ghost was Norma Roundtree. She was the one who set the whole series of events in motion. She found a woman who had certain qualities, trained her, tailored her, coached her, just to pay back a man who probably deserved a lot worse. When she took away the core of Deirdre's identity, there was nothing left. Nothing. And she paid for that. What do you think they'll do to her?
Well, they'll probably put her in an institution.
Well, she killed Norma Roundtree. Deirdre did. And Mae-Marie killed Deirdre. That part of herself she hated.
Maybe they'll help her get better.
Maybe. Another, I'd always remember Deirdre. But memories have a way of playing tricks on you. Anyway, tomorrow the Yankees will be playing at home. And who knows? Maybe this time they'd win.
Hello, I'm Karen Stone. With continued GOP infighting, it looks like an easy re-election for the president. But as the race heats up, will negative campaigning prove a factor? Our focus this week, President Bill Clinton, on Biography This Week. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern, 9 Pacific, only on A&E.
Now, Remington Steele goes up against Atomic Atom, the superhero, next on A&E.